Hey guys, welcome back to another video where today, this is just an update on some stuff. And also I'm going to be playing this card game. So, yeah, while I discuss some things. So, yeah. Okay, cool. No. Maybe later. Okay. So, let's start off. Let's start. Basically, I would like to discuss the animal apocalypse. Hold on. I'd like to discuss the animal apocalypse first, since it's been like on hiatus for a while, since like February. So it's been hiatus since February, and I am super duper sorry about that. I never intended to go this long, but my friend Adams Toyland has his brace still on, and I'm waiting for him to get it off, so he might get it off on April, not on April, at March 20th. So the animal apocalypse might return on March 20th. So just so you know. By the way, we are adding, me and Adam Toyland decided to add the villain of Gravity Falls into the animal apocalypse as well, Bill Cipher. So he's gonna appear in like 2 or more episodes, probably just one. I don't know. But yeah. He might appear in the next one, since, you know, it's the one he's coming back on. So that's pretty fun. I'm not really good at this track. As you can see, I'm bumping into stuff. So yeah, the next thing I want to talk about is my audiobook series. I am definitely going to continue that. So the next chapter will be up soon. So yeah, keep an eye out. I'm probably going to do the 2 chapters in one for a little bit. And maybe even 3 chapters in one if I get the chance to, which is good. Oh, crashed in that thing. Oh, crashed in it again. Dang it. Hate that. I can get up in the front, don't worry. Nothing stopping me. So, yeah. So that's not going anywhere. I'm gonna be doing I'm gonna be doing it for all of my fan fictions, and one of them is really long. So one of them is really long, so it might take a while for me to finish it. It's like over 30 chapters long. So yeah. Next thing I want to talk about is a new series. So as you know, I am a big fan of Amphibia and the Owl House, but recently I became a huge fan of a show called The Loud House. It's about a 11-year-old boy named Lincoln Loud who survives in a house full of girls, like 10, like he has 10 sisters. So that's the thing I am now like really getting like obsessed with. I don't know, I just saw it on TikTok and thought it'd be fun. I did hear about it earlier. I did hear about the series early on in my early years when I was friends with someone and they watched it, and for some reason back then I thought it was weird and didn't know I would have a favorite character. But like it kind of blew up like in 2020, I guess. So I don't know, probably 2021. I just feel like people like putting up like saying one of the characters, which is my favorite character, is like bisexual or gay or something. And so that really went over the top there. But back then I didn't really get into the LGBTQ community until now. But still, like, I appreciate this character because they're my favorite character. But enough talk. If you guys do watch those 3 shows, then you will be ready for the next series I have. But so basically, this series is based on a fan fiction I'm going to write. To basically, the next fan fiction I'm going to write basically, it's basically where you know, the Owl House and Phoebe characters get transported to Royal Woods, Michigan, where the Loud House characters live. So that will be fun, and some of it will also like take place in Great Lake City, another place in the Loud House. So that's gonna be fun to make them teleport there, and then they have to work together to defeat a new threat. I will put up a trailer for this. So but this is just what but this is just to, you know, but let's see that you know this stuff. But know some stuff. Also another video that is going to go out is a video of me talking about my favorite Loud House episodes. So stay tuned for that. I will go over all of my favorite Loud House episodes from season 1 to 6, all that I've watched entirely. Yeah, so yeah, and also if you were a fan of the Loud House figure toy review, I'm getting more. But not right now. But I will be getting more like in the future. So I will do a part 2 to that. So yeah. Also, another thing I want to discuss is the Animal Apocalypse. Says next contestant. There's going to be a new contestant announced in the beginning of the next episode that is going to be playing a big role. That's going to be playing a big role in the Animal Apocalypse. So yeah, I'm not going to tell the name just yet, or who they are, or like you know, what species they are. I'm just going to tell you that there's going to be a new contestant that is going to be joining, and they're going to play a big role. So yeah, I probably will get more contestants in the future apart from this one, because like who doesn't like new contestants for your favorite show, right? Well, basically they're gonna be as I said before, playing a big role into the whole thing. Playing a big role into the whole thing. Yeah, so yeah.
gonna be playing a big role. And they're gonna make an appearance in the next episode, the one that they were introduced in. So that's gonna be fun. And also, if you're gonna be asking me if they're gonna survive, well, that's just if they're gonna survive this, well, that's just gonna be a spoiler, you know? That's just gonna be a spoiler. That's just a spoiler. I'm not telling you that. I'm not telling you what I plan on doing with them. That's just a full-on spoiler. Why would I do that? I mean, if you really want to, you could just wait, you know. You can just wait, you know. You can just wait until the next that episode. So yeah. As I said, what kind of big role are they going to be playing? Well, just like Blue the Velociraptor. Well, just like Blue the Velociraptor, they're going to be protecting Marcy from the wolves. I mean, I'm not gonna. I mean, they are going to be protecting Marcy from the wolves. So that is a big update there. And they are going to be joining in on other stuff, and also maybe also another contestant that may be the winner of this second season. Now, the other thing I want to talk about is the last thing about is just discussing some of the thoughts that I have on some things that I've recently been observing. Basically, some of my favorite characters. Well, basically some favorite characters of mine from the Loud House. So if you don't watch the Loud House and you don't know who any of these are, then can you just maybe click off, or you can keep up. You can, if you want to, you can click off because you don't know these. But if you don't want to click off, but you don't have to click off if you don't want to. But I'm just saying, you don't have to click off. You don't want to, because like this isn't for everyone. And clicking off isn't just to like miss the video. I'm just saying. So anyways, as I was saying, I'm gonna be talking about two characters that from the Loud House. These being Luna Loud and Lynn Loud Jr. Dang it. Lynn Loud Jr. And I'm gonna be talking about what I observed for them. So starting off with my favorite one, Luna Loud. I did recently post a video with her in it, which was the Loud House figure. Which was the Loud House figure toy review. And what I've observed from her is basically, passionate about the things she likes, and a little and also like, doesn't fully understand who she is. So maybe a little like, basically a little identity disorder there. And also, another thing. another thing is, sorry, I keep pausing. Another thing, is, dang it. Another thing is how she acts, basically. I've seen that, I've seen some signs that, I've seen some signs of doubt with her. Basically on the episode, on an episode, on like a season 3 or 2 episode, called Roadie to Nowhere. It seems like she's doubting herself becoming a rocker after her roadie Chunk is after she knows that a roadie Chunk is sleeping in his van, and she thinks that he lives in his van. So it's kind of hard, basically. So she thinks she's not gonna make it and end up, but living. So she thinks she's not gonna make it and ends up living, and end up living in a van. Now she goes around trying to look for a job she can do that doesn't work out. Job she can do because she doesn't think job she can do, and most of the time it's not really that good. It's not going really good. She visits her mom at the dentist and also, her dad at restaurant. But something other that I've noticed is when she does find a job, but she tells one of the teachers that hosted something called the Royal Woods Rumble, and tells her that she's quitting. But like, teacher tries to like get her to not quit, but she gets like a little sensitive, but about still playing guitar, still playing music, just because it thinks it will break her heart, until she finds out that Chunk actually made it. So, and then continues. So yeah, I did notice a little doubt in that. I did notice a little doubt in that episode. Just because, just because this rumble is coming, the rumble is coming up, and she doesn't think she'll make it because, but still, I see doubt in this episode, which of course is hard. And it took me a while to see, and it took me a bit to see this. So that sometimes I need to watch some things over and over again to see them. And so it took me a bit to see this. So, but I was able to see it after like the third time of watching it or so. Well, so then I'm going to talk about a season 3 episode called Really Loud Music. Basically, Really Loud Music. Basically, in this episode, and this is why I think she has a identity disorder a little bit, is because of this episode. Now this episode's name is Really Loud Music, and so she's basically trying out for a show called America's Next Hitmaker, right? But as she gets the audition, it seems like the producers didn't expect her to be who she is, and so they do some changes. And then the next day they change her name to Lulu, which of course no one likes their name getting changed. So, yeah. Obviously, no one likes their name getting changed, so it's kind of hard for that. Well, so it's kind of hard to see this. But still, after, you know, singing a little song, she realizes that she doesn't want to go through with this, and tries to convince the producers to change her back. But they're like, no, we're not going to change you back because this is how we want you. And after that, she goes on and then realizes that it's not her, and she changes and shows her true colors. Not a pun, by the way. Not a pun. Not an amphibian pun, by the way. Not an amphibian pun. Yeah. After that, she does get disqualified, but she doesn't care. She's being herself. And this is how. And during this song, I see this doubt. I see this doubt and identity disorder come out a little bit. Identity disorder come out a bit. So yeah, and I've dealt with stuff like this before. Like, a lot of people after Amphibia did kind of had Ken and Marcy as PTSD, having PTSD now, since, you know, the core and everything. Yeah, and if you don't know what PTSD is, it's a post-traumatic stress disorder. It's mostly common in soldiers. It's most common in soldiers once they, like, hear of certain stuff, a certain thing, or see a certain thing that reminds them of their trauma. Reminds them of their trauma. So this with Marcy is pretty much a lot. Is pretty much a lot of people think. They've drawn her waking up from a nightmare or something. So yeah, this this disorder is, you know, kind of hard. Since I've you know, had canon another of my favorite characters as with PTSD. So it's still hard to see this disorder come in place in this episode. But that's all I have to say about. But that's, like, even in the live action, the Loud House series, that's also taking kind of a toll on this thing. In one episode, she performs at the Burnt Bean, but no one seems to be interested. Yeah, so no one seems to be interested. Yeah, and so she tries to make a viral video, but of course, Lincoln and Clyde come in and ruin it. But still, it works all out in the end. So I'm happy. But, you know, enough about Luna. Let's go on to Lynn. So basically, Lynn is the athletic one. That's really aggressive at some points. So, but still very caring of her family. Especially Lily, because, you know, we need to be gentle with her because she's a baby. But still, like, I think I agree with some people that her insecurities are kind of overlooked, you know? People don't understand her as much, which is kind of hard since, like, I've been, you know, trying to understand her for a bit now. And just because, like, she's one of my favorite characters. And I mean, I didn't like her much at first, but then, like, when I realized that maybe she has it a little harder than some other characters in this show, I should give her a chance. And you know what? I did. I gave her a chance, and I realized some other stuff happening. I realized some other stuff that has happened. And yeah, I realized a little bit of trauma, a little bit of insecurities and stuff. So, and a lot of people do theorize that she has OCD, which basically they keep they keep a form schedule and like are really determined and stuff. So yeah, that's just basic on my level. But what people don't understand is like why she is like this. Why is she rowdy? Why is she aggressive? It's mostly because I think is because of what happened back in middle school for her. In one of the season 4 episodes, Lincoln and Clyde go on orientation day, go on like, you know, open campus, open like day on like so middle school, right? And she keeps telling them like, you gotta do this and you gotta do that. Cool. So yeah, that's the thing I see is just, you know, it talks about how she suffered through the middle school at first on her first day. So middle school on her first day. So it was a little harder for her to, you know, be this tough. And that's probably why she's this aggressive. And yeah, why she's aggressive. And like, I see that no one really cares about what happened. You see, no one really cares about what happened, apart from Lincoln and Clyde, because she tells them what had happened. And maybe this is why it gets a little bit, it makes her family mad a little bit, just because she's like this. So, and this is why I think she is. Okay, I'm not just saying, I'm just putting it out there. Okay, I'm not saying that everyone's perfect. I'm not saying that her family does ignore her, because I know that is not true. Well, but still does not really care about what she went through, as I see. Yeah, they just think she's some sort of like rowdy, aggressive kid, aggressive, sporty kid. So, yeah, that's basically what I think about it all. I know it sounds stupid, but I hope you guys actually, you know, understand what I'm trying to say here, or just because, like, I'm trying to understand what I'm trying to say here, just because of some other stuff. So yeah, I'm sorry this had to get on such a hard topic. Sorry some of these don't have to get on such a hard topic. Also, so yeah, if you didn't notice some things that I pointed out today, then earlier than you now do, which, as I said, is totally okay if you do not agree with me. I am not mad at you. I just want you to know this is what I think about this character and, you know, this one or something else. Another character that has a little bit of trauma. Well, let me just say this. Lana Loud is kind of not preferred by her parents, because they prefer her younger twin, Lola more. and I think I understand why. I mean, I think I understand why they would do this is because mostly Lana is a little bit gross and dirty, but still they love her, but I just want to point that out, that I kind of see that a little bit inside the show, especially with the live action version. Like, what did this kid do? This kid only was just being themselves. This kid was only just being herself. So I don't get sometimes why I think about this. This is just a random, like, kind of mood, kind of thinking process. So I don't know why. Don't ask me. But yeah, I do see it a little bit. Also, another character I like to talk a little bit about is Lenny. A lot of people, she's like kind of a little stupid, but a lot of people think that because she's autistic. And I have an autistic friend. I have an autistic friend. You guys know him. He's Adam's Toyland. The friend I mentioned earlier in this video. So yeah, so I'm sorry, but yeah, I've had an autistic friend before, and I have an autistic friend, and he seems like a really nice kid to be around. He can be loud at some time and stuff, but it's not too bad. He's really enjoyable. He's really enjoyable. You all should go and subscribe to him. But yeah, I get why people would. I get why that she is kind of stupid, because either they know a lot, or because their brain works differently, yet to other stuff. Because her brain works differently to other stuff. But she's not stupid in order to be called like really. But she's not stupid to be called like really, really stupid, or stupid to be called like dumb. She's just stupid and she's just kind of stupid in an autistic way. She needs, she needs like different words to help her understand some stuff. And yeah, I get it. And sometimes her family does give her a bad rap, but because of it. And also another character I'm going to be talking about is Lucy. Now, Lucy is is goth and stuff, but still really caring, really caring and loving sister. I just think some people just give her a bad rap sometimes because they like constantly like kind of ignore her and other stuff. Constantly ignore her and other stuff. So, yeah. That's a little hard to have a truth about, like, you're dark, no one really understands. You're dark, no one really notices you. No one really notices you, and also like being scared of being made fun of, but for something that she likes because it's normal for her to like it, like that episode where Princess Pony, that Princess Pony episode, that is what kind of gets on my nerves. Like that episode is kind of what gets on my nerves a little bit. Not because of it gets on my nerves a little bit. not because it's a bad episode, but you know, just because it hurts to like see your like family teasing you for, you know, stuff that's unreal for you to do. Something that's unreal, like wearing your underpants on the outside, which was a costume, but still not a total bust at all. I'm just really pissed off at some of the of siblings teasing, not Lincoln and Will, and probably would have, but teased Lucy if they knew she read Princess Pony. That's what really gets on my nerves. I'm sorry, but it does. I don't know why. Maybe it's just my own experiences with my siblings. Maybe it's just my own experience with my siblings. It makes me feel, you know, like they're leaving Lucy in a ditch or something. I just want to wrap this up a little bit more. I just want to wrap this up with the last character, and this is Lori. So I do understand about one thing about her, or that she is the oldest sibling and has to take care of everyone. And being stressed is normally not the right way to go, and is trying to nurture your siblings. And so, well, I get why that she is kind of like bossy around some people, around her siblings, because she has to take care of all 10 of them. And I feel stupid for not noticing this earlier. Also called you stupid. Also, it's okay if you feel stupid for not noticing this so earlier as well. So that's all I wanted to really talk about. I know some stuff got a little serious back there, but it's all it's just kind of how people live and stuff. So I'm just going to leave it at there. I'm so sorry if this made you feel a little gross or, you know, a little insecure about yourself. I'm not trying to do that, like, at all. I'm just trying to, I don't know, kind of encourage you a little bit. So yeah, I'm sorry, but we're at the end of the episode, so I'm just gonna say goodbye. Okay, bye.